It's week 43 of A Year of Wisdom, and we have some catching up to do. Let's get to reading. Day 292 and 293 combined. Job 25, 26, 27, and 28. Bildad the Shuhi said, "Dominion and fear belong to him. He makes peace in his high places. Can his armies be numbered? On whom does his light not shine? How then can humans be righteous with God? How can those born of woman be clean? Why, before him, even the moon lacks brightness, and the stars themselves are not pure. How much less a human who is merely a maggot, a mortal who is only a worm?" Then Hugh replied, "What great help you bring to the powerless! What deliverance to the arm without strength! Such wonderful advice for a man lacking wisdom. So much common sense you've expressed. Who helped you say these words? Whose spirit is it coming forth from you? The ghosts of the dead tremble beneath the water with its creatures. Sheol is naked before him. Abaddon lies uncovered. He stretches the north over chaos and suspends the earth on nothing. He binds up the water in his thick clouds, yet no cloud is torn apart by it. He shuts off the view of his throne by spreading his cloud across it. He fixed a circle on the surface of the water, defining the boundary between light and dark. The pillars of heaven tremble, aghast at his rebuke. He stirs up the sea with his power, and by his skills he strikes down Rahab. With his spirit he spreads the heavens. His hand pierces the fleeing serpent. And these are but the fringes of his ways. How faint the echo we hear of him. But who's able to grasp the meaning of his thundering power?" Hugh continued his speech. "I swear by the living God who is denying me justice, and by Shaddai who deals with me so bitterly, that as long as my life remains in me and God's breath is in my nostrils, my lips will not speak unrighteousness or my tongue utter deceit. Far be it from me to say you're right. I will keep my integrity till the day I die. I hold to my righteousness. I won't let it go. My heart will not shame me as long as I live. May my enemy meet the doom of the wicked, my foe the fate of the unrighteous. For what hope does the godless have from his gain when God takes away his life? Will God hear his cry when trouble comes upon him? Will he take delight in Shaddai and always call on God? I'm teaching you how God uses his power, not hiding what Shaddai is doing. Look, you all can see for yourselves, so why are you talking such empty nonsense? This is God's reward for the wicked man, the heritage oppressors receive from Shaddai. If his sons become many, they go to the sword, and his children never have enough to eat. Those of his who remain are buried by plague, and their widows do not weep. Even if he piles up silver like dust and stores away clothing in mounds like clay, he may collect it, but the just will wear it, and the upright divide up the silver. He builds his house weak as a spider's web, as flimsy as a watchman's shack. He may lie down rich, but his wealth yields nothing. When he opens his eyes, it isn't there. Terrors overtake him like a flood. At night, a whirlwind steals him away. The east wind carries him off and he's gone. It sweeps him far from his place. Yes, it hurls itself at him, sparing nothing. He does all he can to flee from its power. People clap their hands at him in derision and hiss him out of his home. There are mines for silver and places where gold is refined. Iron is extracted from the earth and copper is smelted from ore. Miners conquer the darkness and dig as far in as they can, to the ore in gloom and deep darkness. There, where no one lives, they break open a shaft. The feet passing over are oblivious to them. Far from people, suspended in space, they swing to and fro. While the earth is peacefully yielding bread underneath, it is being convulsed as if by fire. Its rocks have veins of sapphire, and there are flecks of gold. Birds of prey don't know that path. No falcon's eye has seen it. The proud beasts have never set foot on it. No lion has ever passed over it. The miner attacks the flint, overturns mountains at their roots, and cuts out galleries in the rock, all the while watching for something of value. He dams up the streams to keep them from flooding and brings what was hidden out into the light. But where can wisdom be found? Where's the source of understanding? No one knows its value, and it can't be found in the land of the living. The deep says, "It isn't in me," and the sea says, "It isn't with me." It can't be obtained with gold, nor can silver be weighed out to buy it. It can't be purchased with choice gold from Ophir or with precious onyx or sapphires. Neither gold nor glass can be compared with it, nor can it be exchanged for a bowl of fine gold, let alone coral or crystal. For indeed the price of wisdom is above that of pearls. It can't be compared with Ethiopian topaz, and it can't be valued with pure gold. So where does wisdom come from? Where's the source of understanding? Inasmuch as it is hidden from the eyes of the living and kept secret from the birds flying around in the sky. Destruction and death say, "We have heard a rumor about it with our ears." God understands its way, and he knows its place. For he can see to the ends of the earth and view everything under heaven. When he determined the force of the wind and parceled out water by measure, when he made a law for the rain and cleared a path for the thunderbolts, then he saw wisdom and declared it. Yes, he set it up and searched it out. And to human beings he said, "Look, fear of Adonai is wisdom. Shunning evil is understanding." Proverbs or Mishlei 19 and 20. Better to be poor and live one's life uprightly than engage in crooked speech, for such a one is a fool. To act without knowing how you function is not good, and if you rush ahead, you will miss your goal. A person's own folly is what ruins his way, but he rages in his heart against Adonai. Wealth brings in many friends, but the poor man loses the one friend he has. A false witness will not go unpunished. Whoever breathes out lies will not escape. Many ask favors of a generous person. To a giver of gifts, everyone is a friend. A poor man's relatives all hate him. Even more, his friends stay away from him. He may pursue them with entreaties, but they aren't there to be found. To acquire good sense is to love oneself. To treasure discernment is to prosper. A false witness will not go unpunished. Whoever breathes out lies will perish. It isn't fitting for a fool to live in luxury, and even less for a slave to govern princes. People with good sense are slow to anger, and it is their glory to overlook an offense. A king's wrath is like the roaring of a lion, but his favor is like dew on the grass. A son who is a fool is his father's ruin, and a nagging wife is like a leak that keeps dripping. A house and wealth are inherited from ancestors, but a sensible wife is from Adonai. Laziness makes people fall asleep, and an idle person will go hungry. He who keeps a mitzvah keeps himself safe, but he who doesn't care how he lives will die. He who is kind to the poor is lending to Adonai, and he will repay him for his good deed. Discipline your child while there is still hope, but don't get so angry that you kill him. A violent-tempered person will be punished. If you try to save him from it, you make things worse. Listen to advice and accept discipline so that in the end you will be wise. One can devise many plans in one's mind, but Adonai's plan will prevail. A man's lust is his shame, and a poor man is better than a liar. The fear of Adonai leads to life. One who has it is satisfied and rests untouched by evil. The lazy person buries his hand in the dish, but doesn't even bother to bring it to his mouth. If you strike a scorner, the simple will learn to act wisely. If you reprove the intelligent, he will understand what you mean. One who mistreats his father and evicts his mother is a son who brings them shame and disgrace. My son, if you stop heeding discipline, you will stray from the principles of knowledge. A worthless witness mocks at justice, and the mouth of the wicked swallows wrongdoing. Judgments are in store for scorners and blows for the backs of fools. Wine is a mocker, strong liquor a rowdy. Anyone led astray by it is unwise. The dread of a king is like when a lion roars. He who makes him angry commits a life-threatening sin. Avoiding quarrels brings a person honor, for any fool can explode in anger. A lazy person won't plow in winter, so at harvest time when he looks, there's nothing. The heart's real intentions are like deep water, but a person with discernment draws them out. Most people announce that they show kindness, but who can find someone faithful enough to do it? The righteous live a life of integrity. Happy are their children after them. The king seated on his judgment throne can winnow out all evil with his glance. Who can say, I have made my heart clean, I am cleansed from my sin? False weights and false measures, Adonai detests them both. The character of even a child is known by how he acts, by whether his deeds are pure and right. The hearing ear and the seeing eye, Adonai made them both. If you love sleep, you will become poor. Keep your eyes open and you'll have plenty of food. Really bad stuff, says the buyer to the seller. Then he goes off and brags about his bargain. A person may have gold and a wealth of pearls, but lips informed by knowledge are a precious jewel. Seize his clothes because he guaranteed a stranger's loan. Take them as security for that unknown woman. Food obtained by fraud may taste good, but later the mouth is full of gravel. After consultation, plans succeed, so take wise advice when waging war. A gossip goes around revealing secrets, so don't get involved with a talkative person. Whoever curses his mother or father, his lamp will go out in total darkness. Possessions acquired quickly at first will not be blessed in the end. Don't say, I'll pay back evil for evil. Wait for Adonai to save you. Adonai detests a double standard in weights, and false scales are not good. A man's steps are ordered by Adonai, so how can a person understand his own ways? It is a snare to dedicate a gift to God rashly and reflect on the vows only afterwards. A wise king winnows the wicked from the righteous and threshes them under the cartwheel. The human spirit is the lamp of Adonai. It searches one's inmost being. Grace and truth preserve a king. With grace he upholds his throne. The pride of the young is their strength. The dignity of the old is gray hair. Blows that wound purge away evil. Yes, beatings cleanse one's inmost being. And as always, thank you so much for being here today. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button right there and click the bell if you want notifications. And if you would, hit that like button for me. And I will see you tomorrow.
My head's completely
Maranatha.
full, and my heart is worry-worn. I know without a doubt you'll carry me out of the storm. I'm standing at the crossroads. I'm lost without a clue. I need a big pink neon sign to show me what to do. I thank you, Lord. It glorifies you when you're the only answer. I praise you, Lord, for holding what's too much for me. And I'm amazed by you, Lord, because nothing's too big and nothing's too small to lay at your feet.